So guys, I'm your host and you're watching Wrestle AI, your home for everything pro wrestling. And today's episode, oh man, it's loaded. WWE is in chaos right now. Major releases, backstage drama. Let's break it all down in detail because this is Wrestle AI. So in last video, we covered the list of WWE Superstar releases, but now there's another shocking twist. This time, it's not WWE's fault. It's the superstar's own actions that might get him booted from the company. His name? Keanu Carver, and if you've never heard of him, you're about to. Because this guy just went off on social media. Big time. Now here's the backstory. A bunch of superstars just got released, some of whom were close friends with Carver. And out of frustration, he took to Twitter and absolutely blasted WWE. What did he say? Well, he didn't hold back. He claimed WWE isn't built for people like us, referring to himself and the recently released talents. He accused the company of favoritism, saying they only push people like Roman Reigns, The Rock, and the Bloodline. But it gets worse. He even dragged in politics, saying WWE supports and pushes only those who are Trump voters. Yeah, he actually went there. Dude, what are you doing? Naturally, this tweet exploded. Some people supported him, saying WWE's system is biased and dominated by the bloodline. Others slammed him for being unprofessional, bitter, and straight-up disrespectful. The backlash was so intense, Carver deleted the tweet shortly after. And not just that, he deactivated his entire social media account. But here's the catch. You can't just call out Roman Reigns, The Rock, and the Bloodline publicly and expect to be safe. Roman is arguably the most powerful active name in WWE, and let's not forget, The Rock is literally on the TKO board of directors. That's not just wrestling clout, that's corporate power. This isn't the first time Roman has reportedly influenced backstage decisions either. Remember when Enzo Amore got removed from the locker room? Roman was rumored to have had a role in that too. So yeah, Carver might have just ended his WWE career with that one tweet. What do you think? Was he right to speak out, or did he throw away his shot? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about one of the most heartbreaking releases, Dakota Kai. She's insanely talented, and honestly, a lot of fans, myself included, were shocked that WWE let her go. But here's some good news. According to Fightful Select, Dakota has already attracted interest from top agents and companies in pro wrestling. So yes, she might be out of WWE, but her career is far from over. AEW, Impact, maybe even Japan. There are plenty of doors open for someone with her skills. Same goes for Cora Jade, by the way. If she brings back her old, bloody, edgy gimmick, I guarantee she'll be a top draw on the indie scene or even in AEW. So yeah, the releases suck. But the opportunities are out there. Speaking of releases, let's talk specifically about Shotzi Blackheart. Now, technically, Shotzi hasn't been officially released in the traditional sense, but she is out of WWE. WWE has removed her profile from their official website and shifted it to the alumni section. She's no longer assigned to any brand, and according to Fightful Select, WWE has informed her that they won't be renewing her contract, which is set to expire soon. So yes, you can say that Shotzi is as good as released. They're just waiting for her contract to run out. And when it does, WWE will simply let her go. Will her departure affect WWE in any big way? Honestly, probably not. Shotzi hasn't been actively involved in any major storylines, and it's even hard to tell which brand she was working with lately. So yeah, Shotzi Blackheart is also released from WWE. Moving on, let's talk about the chaos surrounding AJ Styles' Twitter account. Yesterday, fans noticed some extremely disturbing tweets coming from AJ's official X account. That's because, yes, his account was hacked. Whoever got access to it began posting wild, offensive, and completely unacceptable tweets, including posts about Hitler, tagging Vince McMahon, and even responding to Jordynne Grace with disrespectful messages. AJ eventually got control back, and clarified everything through an Instagram story, assuring fans that he was not behind any of those tweets. As of now, all the tweets have been deleted and the situation is under control. But man, for about 30 to 45 minutes, the platform was going absolutely nuts. There were 25 plus tweets and replies going out nonstop. If you were online during that chaos, you know just how wild things got. All right, let's shift gears and talk about Backlash 2025, which is just around the corner. May 10th and less than 10 days away now. Here's the updated match card as of now. John Cena versus Randy Orton, one last time ever for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cena defends against the Viper in what could be both men's final major battle. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Yes, Pat's stepping back in the ring, and it's going to be physical. Fatal four-way for the U.S. title. Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu versus Damian Priest versus LA Knight. Also, we're expecting a women's fatal four-way match to be added soon. Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill versus Naomi for the women's title. That's 5 stacked matches. But sorry, Roman fans, the Tribal Chief will not be on this card. Now let's talk about something very interesting. CM Punk just teased a possible WrestleMania 42 Night 2 main event against Cody Rhodes. On Instagram Live, Punk made a bold statement. He said that he wants to prove himself by main eventing Night 2 of WrestleMania. And he didn't stop there. He said, I've got a main event Night 2 of WrestleMania for all those people who keep moving the goalposts. Now, if you're wondering why that's significant, here's why. Moving the goalposts is exactly the same phrase Cody Rhodes used in one of his old tweets. So, is this Punk directly referencing Cody? Could be. We can't confirm it 100%, but it's definitely a possible teaser for that mega match. But hold on. Will WWE actually go with CM Punk versus Cody next year? I personally think they'll give one last try to The Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 42. But if that doesn't happen, Cody versus CM Punk is very much in play. Would you like to see that match in the Night 2 main event? Drop a comment and let me know. Next up, let's talk TNA. There's a major backstage shift happening. According to PW Insider, TNA officials have informed talent that excessive blood and blade jobs will no longer be allowed moving forward. Why? 2 reasons: talent health and safety, protecting advertiser and sponsorship relationships. Now, we know TNA has been working closely with WWE recently, and this feels like a clear sign of WWE's influence creeping in. Sure, it might push TNA toward a more PG-style product, but if it means keeping talent safe and sponsors happy, it's probably the right call. What do you guys think? Does a less violent TNA help or hurt their brand? And our next story today, Night of Champions 2025. You guys remember a few weeks ago we told you only one Saudi Arabia event was planned this year, and that's now confirmed to be Night of Champions. According to WrestleVotes, PW Insider, and Bodyslam.net, here are the details. Night of Champions takes place on Saturday, June 28th. The SmackDown before the event, June 27th, will also air live from Saudi Arabia. That means June is packed. Just look at the schedule. May 10th, Backlash. June 7th, Money in the Bank. June 28th, Night of Champions. 3 major events in less than 2 months. WWE Creative is going to be working overtime. And finally, let's talk about John Cena and whether WWE has any real plan for his retirement tour. According to WWE legend Teddy Long, WWE seems to be completely directionless when it comes to Cena. He's cutting the same promos every week, attacking the fans more than his challengers, and there's no real storyline payoff. The heel turn at Elimination Chamber felt like it had major potential, but the payoff hasn't lived up to it, especially since The Rock and Travis Scott haven't been consistently involved. At this point, 4 months have passed in 2025. Half the retirement tour is almost over, and WWE still seems unsure about where it's going. When the company doesn't know its own direction, the storylines become weak, and that's exactly what's happening with Cena. Do you agree with Teddy Long? Has Cena's heel run been a misfire so far? Let me know in the comments. So guys, that's all the big updates for now. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Wrestle AI, and comment below your thoughts on these stories. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay hyped, and keep watching wrestling.